season of Chick-fil-Yay Brand New Moosical. I have a couple of announcements. I've been starting every production with a little story, and today I really wanted to focus on the writer's room. So about 2 years ago, I went to Chick-fil-A, that's how this all started, and I was really sad because I didn't have many close friends because I moved schools a lot in high school, and I was just struggling to find my tribe. And my dad always told me, when you get to college, you'll find your people. It'll be like that. I had trouble believing him, but then I went here, and in my freshman year, I just met the most amazing people who were super funny and got my sense of humor and just super duper creative people. And I had this idea for a weird Chick-fil-A musical, and I shot it to them, and they were like, "Yeah, let's do it." And just the writer's room process was just so much fun. We met once a month over the summer, and then once a week, sometimes twice a week, over the fall semester in order to write this show. It's completely undergraduate, written, produced, and directed. And several of the writers are also on our directing team, and several others are not. So I really want to highlight Matthew Doss, Stephen Burns, and Katrina Burns tonight. They did a phenomenal in our show, if you don't know, there is a little bit of a romance. But that's kind of weird when you're a bunch of college students in a room together and you're starting to act out the scenes to make sure they sound right. So we ended up having Stephen play Meg and Matthew play Daniel. And but we made it really fun because there was this one night, for some reason, Stephen broke out his Texas accent and Matthew decided he was going to be Scottish. Oh my God, we had this long scene and they stayed in character. It was one of the best things I've ever seen. I have it on my phone. I will not show you, it's mine. The writers are just incredible, and I want to continue to work with these amazing people. In general, all the glory goes to God. We were a bunch of undergrads who had never been in a writer's room before, who had never produced a musical before, and he carried us every step of the way. And he put some incredible people in the department in our lives. I want to give a really big thank you to Professor Morrow. She was our faculty advisor for the show. Without a faculty advisor, we could not have a show. So she really just walked me through it and was a mentor to me, and I really appreciate that, as well as Dean Starr and Nicola Tressler. They supported the show from the get-go. They saw it last night. Also, Kaylin Perry, Freddie Farmer, Blair Cox, and Marilyn B. Bailey from the theater department. Without them, the sets, the props, the costumes, the box office, I don't know how to do that stuff. They did. And they did a phenomenal job. They were patient with me, and I'm a little much. Also, I have a couple of housekeeping things to know. So we will have a 15-minute intermission. Do not leave. Come back. Try to be here before the second act starts. Thank you. I believe the box office will be selling concessions. So if you want to go get a soda, drink it out there. Don't drink it in here. But definitely go buy a soda. Support the box office. And then after our show, after we've taken our final bow, we'll take about 5 minutes, and then the actors will come back for a talk back. So some of you guys can stay if you want to, and you can directly ask questions. Like, if you could be any other character in the show, what would you be? And what was it like working with a ditzy blonde? Also, our other showings, we've had a couple of little things happen. I know you guys are super duper excited for the show. I'm super duper excited for you guys to see it. Please wait until the end of a song, the complete end of a song or scene to clap. I know you guys are super excited. Just wait until the very end. And also, we have music going on during our scene transitions. Do not clap to the beat of those songs. I know they're super duper catchy. Nathan Bunn produced them, and it's just, ooh, I want to groove. But don't, because then our stage manager can't hear. So that's it. Just clap at the very end of the song or the very end of the scene. That's all I ask of you. Also, in our final scene, we have some whistling. The whistling is done by Stillman. She's a fantastic whistler. You do not need to whistle with her. You were the best whistler in your third grade class. I don't. You can find me afterwards and whistle for me all you want. Just don't let Faith have a moment. Also, I want to, no flash photography. You do not tap on the glass of an aquarium. You don't do flash photography in a live theater because it scares the actors. We are also doing a cast recording tonight, so this show is being recorded. So I really do want you guys to laugh. Like, this is going to go on to the interwebs, and I want the people and also my parents to know that a career in musical theater is a good idea for me. So. And there's also someone that we really wish would be here tonight, but we know she has much better things to do with the Lord. Lily Kramer, we did originally expect to have as one of our choreographers, so I want you all to know Thank you, Lord, for this beautiful opportunity, and thank you for all the people that made it possible along the way. Thank you that as a Christian university, we can celebrate the arts because they draw us closer to you, the truth, beauty, and goodness. May tonight be a good night, and again, all the glory to you. In Jesus' name, amen. Amen.
Today is going to be a great day. At Chick-fil-Yay, it's a brand new start. Nothing like the last time. No! Not again! No more nights locked up for sauce rod.
Oh, you must be the new girl. My name's Meg. Nice backpack?
This is my preparedness backpack.
Oh, wow. There must be a lot of stuff in there.
Oh yeah, I'm prepared for everything. Wildfires, band concerts, got extra napkins, bandages, batteries, an owl statue, a lockpicking kit, just in case I get locked in a small confined space. But I don't know why that would happen. Tabasco sauce, toothpaste, shoelaces.
Okay. That's not really standard practice for a fast food restaurant. We can keep this in my office while you're clocked in.
Are you sure? I could need something. Everyone could benefit from my backpack. I can share.
Don't worry, dear. You won't need it.
Sorry. I didn't realize I was holding on like that.
Jaymie, this is Mildred. She is our most valued and seasoned employee.
Oh my goodness, no. They tried to seize me back in the butt. It was horrible. Everywhere. I mean,
Meg. I wouldn't mind calling you, Mom. Joe will call you anything if you just say you love it. Shut up, Obediah.
Okay, do you guys have an HR department?
What I is that I'm your manager and your trainer. So I will be walking you step by step through this process as you become an official Chick-fil-A team member. I won't leave your side until you're fully prepared to face the perils of fast food.
Stand your station! Daniel Hour is approaching.
Hey, that just happened. What's going on? Why did she leave me? She's supposed to train me. Did I do something wrong? This is a test. Is this a test? Am I passing? Why did she leave me?
And you lost her again, buddy. Another day, another lost opportunity.
Shut up, Obediah.
Wow.
Yeah, she ignores you just as much as Mom does.
Yeah, and your hair is fat. You put the fat in Jehosophat.
Are you gonna take that? Come on. Yeah!
Whoa.
You know what? Not even worth it.
Can someone please explain to me what's going on?
Daniel Hour.
And who is Daniel?
He's this customer that comes in once a day in a black Jeep SUV, which is a pretty dependable and gas-efficient vehicle, if I say so myself.
He gets the same vanilla ice cream cone every single time. He's consistent. He has traditional values. He's a man's man.
Meg is unconditionally and irrevocably in love with him.
Oh, well, I would be too. Come here. He's as fine as Jimmy Dean in 1969. And I'm not talking about the sandwich. Oh, but he is quite scrumptious.
Making a big fuss over just one guy?
See, that's what I'm saying. He's not even that attractive.
On the contrary, dear brother of mine, he is just as scrumptious as Mildred has informed us.
Obediah.
He looks like the type of guy who would have done well in World War II. He would have survived on Long Beach.
You guys, he looks like the kind of guy that our dad would be proud to call his son. Unlike us. The only way for Meg to handle her quite strong emotions for Daniel is for her to take care of all of our Chick-fil-A duties by herself.
That sounds hard.
Oh, believe me, it is. He's usually here really early in the morning, but one day he came during the afternoon rush. Woo, that was a crazy day. I think she gave him his ice cream cone upside down that day. We still help her out though. We just have to do it in a way she can't tell.
We're like her guardian angels.
More like a knight in shining armor and his three musketeers.
More like Don Quixote.
You're the first one to learn how to read.
Genius!
Nerda!
Jaymie, try not to judge Meg. As silly as it sounds, it really is a very romantic story. He drives up here every day, 6:30 in the morning. He's no good, but we all know he's not really here for ice cream. Meg's handsome knight in shining
loving lessons. My heart jumped when I heard that voice.
At when you make your choice.
Of my entire world, I just didn't know it then.
Love is like a dream.
These drive-through talks,
They make people dream.
everyone else, they think I'm crazy. Don't rescue me.
In your little black
I don't know you.
You don't know me.
Who's to say?
What we will be.
Is chemistry,
Is it meant to be?
or am I just
Or are you just Daniel?
Daniel in a black SUV? Drive-through talks,
They make people free.
everyone else, they think I'm crazy. Don't rescue me.
Daniel in a black SUV.
Love is like a dream.
It's like a dream.
These drive-through talks,
They make people free.
everyone else, they think I'm crazy.
Rescue me. Daniel in a black SUV.
She's there, but she's just a dream. How do I tell her I'm not what I seem? Two different worlds, how could it be? I wish I could just be her, Daniel in a black SUV. And I wish I could tell her the truth. I love her, but I'm just not loving it.
I am. It will soon be mine.
Excuse my French, but holy cow! These people are not normal. I mean, these notes Obediah gave me, I think they're written in shorthand. No. Ancient Greek? I'm just supposed to get trained, work, and make money. But no, my coworkers look like the cast of Big Time Rush. There's a lady over there eating jabbering about the Cold War, and my manager's in love with a customer? According to Chick-fil-Yay Employee Handbook, Part 1, Section 17, it explicitly states that you are not supposed to do that. That even stop making premarital eye contact. Conduct yourself. At least, not the kind I'd like to be. I just want to be in a place where people follow the rules and do what they're supposed to. Then everything would be perfect. Love is like a dream. A cow SUV. You're singing is so moving. Aw,
If the world was perfect, we wouldn't have British people. trainer from now on.
And what's wrong with Meg?
Oh, she's fine.
What do you mean, fine?
It's not your fault.
Wow.
What?
It's not your fault.
Are you trying to pull a Good Will Hunting on me?
Scratch that. It is your fault. Jaymie, Meg's not mad at you. She's just fixing the ice cream machine. It broke after she gave Daniel his order.
The ice cream machine broke?
Things break. It just takes time to put the pieces back together. Or at least that's what my fortune said. Lucky numbers 87, 42, 3.14159.
Wow. I don't think I'm gonna last long here.
Hey, new girl. Feast your eyes, bear witness to the glory that is the Chick-fil-Yay bagging protocol. Sup, girl? Maybe you're just like water, except Jesus turned you into fine. Makes sense. I'm a really nice guy on that, I'm sure you'll agree. Besides, you're not getting any younger, so why not just settle for me?
No, thank you.
That was pathetic. Let me try. Salutations, lady. Your hair is like a flock of goats. My dear affection is more than a handful of wheat. You look like a girl who's got really good health and a completely normal place to count. Unlike me, when I see you, my heart skips a beat. I have a very serious medical condition.
Sounds like a you problem. Bye. Guys, living with customers is not ideal. Keep the stuff and I'm sure someone will get in.
Watch out, woman. This is my chance. Greetings, biological female, which I presume you to be.
Excuse me?
Pretty lady. I've got good taste and all. Have you know I'm super based. If you go out with me, it's gonna be conditional because I want my wife to act traditional. With me only in the kitchen. Yeah, I probably deserve that.
I guess it's my turn.
Hey, Hezekiah. Hope you're having a wonderful day. You're at Chick-fil-Yay. Sorry for my brother. They don't get out much. They've got a lot to say. Is there anything I can get you? Perhaps a refill on your drink. I take my job very seriously. I'll be back as quick as a wink. Oh, it's my pleasure.
It's a point to count.
Are you okay?
Never better. Thank you.
It's my pleasure.
Heck yeah, my little brother's pretty cool. He learned from me because we're homeschool. Actually, I'm the major factor of this equation.
I'm in touch with my emotional vulnerability.
Thanks, guys. I couldn't ask for better bros. You're there for me through my highs and lows.
Go Bros!
I fixed the ice cream machine! Woo! What are y'all doing?
Nothing at all.
Nothing at all. We were in fact having a conflict of charisma.
See, I don't even know anymore why you guys are the way that you are. I see a lot of orders that need to be
I
filled.
heard. Don't worry about it. Right on.
Great! Now, like I already said, I've got the ice cream machine back up and running. Jaymie, can you please go get some ice cream mix out of the walk-in?
I'd love to. I'd love to do anything that doesn't involve all of that.
I don't blame you.
Gentlemen, this is what happens when you let women partake in third wave feminism. What's she gonna ask for next? Maternity leave?
Nehemiah, women are created in the image of God, and therefore we should respect them.
I'm just in shock. We don't do that here. Rose before ribs.
Guys, we have orders to fill. Let's get a move on.
Like,
trouble finding what you're looking for?
No, Miss Mildred, I got it.
Are you sure? It can be a little tricky to find stuff in here sometimes, and this door likes to get stuff.
No, I think I can find some ice cream mix. I've worked in food service before.
Okay, well the door is closing.
Okay, I'm good.
The door is closing.
I'm fine.
And the door is closed.
I found the mix. Oh. Okay. This is fine. Okay. Don't panic. I'm sure there's something in my backpack. And it's not there. Mildred!
Yes, Jaymie?
Mildred, the door is stuck. Can you please get me out of here?
Don't panic, Ferreri. Just breathe. Okay.
It's working.
Well, yeah, you're supposed to take long, deep breaths.
Then why were you hyperventilating just now?
Oh, because it's fun.
I need you to go get Meg.
No, I think you just need to open up.
I'm trying to open up. The door?
And you need to open up.
Mildred, go get Meg.
No, you just need to open up to yourself.
Fine. You know what? This just isn't how I thought my first day here would go. I was always raised to believe that being a professional was the most important thing. You find a job, you keep up appearances. It all started when my mom bought me my first pantsuit. I really wanted to be a princess.
Aww.
But she said I had to be Hillary Clinton. Sad.
Well, years ago, I had a husband when all I really wanted was a pet frog. But no matter how much he would rib it for me, he was only a man. Oh, no, it's just that we can't expect people to be something that they're not. And in time, I learned to love the man instead of the frog that I wanted him to be.
I don't understand what you're saying. I'm not a frog or a man. If you think I can't do this successfully, join the club because neither do I. Every single job I work, I try way too hard and end up messing everything up. Things have to work out a certain way, or I just can't handle it. I judge everyone for the way they work. I want everything by the book, and ever since I got here, I just can't seem to figure out what you guys want from me.
You know, maybe you're right. Have you just tried, being better?
I'm always trying to be better.
Oh, I thought that would work.
Never has, never will, and because there's something wrong with me that other people don't like that I can't fix, no matter how hard I try.
You know, there's just something about you. I'll figure it out. Oh, your hair, the way it's parted, and your smile, too heavy. And that backpack. Who needs all of that stuff? I mean, we did just have a meeting last week to decide we were already going to hate you. Meg did just hire you to have someone around to hate.
Did it?
Yeah, and then we went to the moon, which Nehemiah doesn't believe exists, and we shot confetti cannons.
Oh yeah, I forgot you're crazy. Maybe I'm crazy for listening to you.
Well, maybe we're all crazy. Maybe that's why we're all here together.
Sure, we're all crazy. Would you maybe mind saying one coherent sentence? I mess up, what do I do about it?
Well, actually, that's not really the problem here. The problem here is hypothermia. Which is in 30 minutes or less, like a pizza delivery man of death.
Great, now I'm gonna die of failure. A Chick-fil-Yay failure and a Chick-fil-Yay.
Well, at least it would be a noble death. At least you're not dying at McDougal's. That would be McShameful.
Well, it's not my pleasure to die of failure. Why do I always mess everything up?
Well, Romans 3:23 tells us, couple hours to get hypothermia, silly.
So you've just been messing with me? You really are crazy.
Aren't we both?
I guess so.
Guess we're both the little chick-fil cray-cray?
Absolutely.
Okay.
You know, Mildred, I think this has really helped. Thank you.
You're welcome, Jaymie.
Now, can you please open the door?
I don't know. Can I?
Mildred, go get Meg.
Okie dokie, artichoke.
Maybe I just need to chill out.
Okay, so she's stuck in there and she won't come out unless you help her.
Okay. Jaymie, can you hear me in there?
Yes, can you please get me out of here?
Jaymie, I promised you my Chick-fil-A best to get you out of here as soon as possible.
Thank you.
My pleasure. Now, let me see what I can do.
This whole time.
Well, I tried to tell you, you have to open up to yourself.
Emergency! Emergency! Out my way! Daniel is here.
Daniel's here. What do you mean he's here? Maybe he came to the drive-thru today.
Daniel is in the actual building. I repeat, Daniel is in the building, not the drive-thru. This is not a drill. This is no
Wow. She really is just like my mom. I'm cold. I'm scared.
Hi, sir. I'll be with you in just a moment.
Okay.
Wow, you have 2 legs. I never knew that. I also have 2 legs.
You are a lot taller than I was expecting.
Yeah, they come in really handy. Or should I say, footy.
I love you.
Sorry, what was that last thing you said?
Nothing. How may I serve you today?
Oh, well, I heard your ice cream machine make an error noise earlier, and I have a history of fixing those. So I thought I'd stop by and see if I could lend a hand. Unless you want one of my legs instead. What? That's crazy.
You came here to fix her ice cream machine? You're like an angel from God.
I don't know if I go so far as to say that.
Oh, and Donald too. Unfortunately, I already fixed the ice cream machine.
Well, I mean, I could always break it again and then fix it for you.
Thank you, good try. But I fixed it really well.
Oh, no. I'm not doubting your ability. Women can do anything. I love women.
You seem like a really nice guy. I'll bet women love you too.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you'd be surprised. I'm not seeing anyone right now. I love women, but they're a little scary.
Really? Sometimes I didn't scare
Mine heart would go a-flutter, if the word which thou wouldst mutter were I do. For months have I observed from afar my love confined from within mine car. If wouldst thou not concur, my heart would be a burr, broken like the machine of ice and cream. My name is Daniel. Thou know this well. Yours is made for thee. I fell. I stood before thee, but for a moment I must confess. If I can't go on a date with you, my life would be a mess.
Thou dost spoken quite nicely. Quite sprightly. Mine heart doth also flutter with love, flowing like milk from the udder. Love so grand, I cannot measure. To just say yes would be my pleasure.
What do I do now? I didn't think I'd get this far. Do you like food? Well, I mean, obviously you like food. I mean, you work at Chick-fil-Yay. Not to say you look fat or anything. I mean.
Yes, I do. I do like food. How about here?
Like here where you work?
I mean, sure, you obviously like it. You come here all the time.
Yeah, but it wasn't really the food that kept me coming back.
Okay. Come in here to see Mildred. In your dream, lover boy.
No, they've been talking forever.
No, this could be one of the best moments of Meg's entire life. You should not win it for her.
I was supposed to be the best part of Meg's life. It's sunshine.
You're not that guy, bro.
Wow. I'm sorry, but my manager's needed elsewhere and you're distracting her.
Sorry, I won't bother her anymore. Although I appreciate every minute of her time.
Aww. Wait, we need a time. How about tonight?
Sounds great.
I'll see you then. Bye. What do you need, Jehosophat?
There's something going on with the Ferreri. I think you might need to check it out.
Of course there is. Fine, I'm on it.
Hey, I meant to do this to Meg earlier. Did you give her my number?
Oh, yeah, sure thing. McDougal's.
Sorry, what was that, buddy?
I'm just wondering what Meg will think when she finds out that you work at McDougal's, the bottom of the fast food chain.
You think she'll care?
We'll see.
Okay, so Daniel works at McDougal's.
Yep.
And that's a bad thing because
You never worked at Chick-fil-Yay, you wouldn't get it.
we do fast food supremacy. Anyways, we have the show written up to this point. What do we have her up to?
Oh, you would not believe. Not to spoil anything, but the girls in the costume shop have had an amazing time putting something together for Meg. And in the same scene, we have our featured dancer portraying Lady Wisdom in the form of a pair of rings.
So it really is quite something. Laughs congenially. Why did I say that just now?
That's in the script.
What do you mean?
Don't you remember? We wrote ourselves into the show.
Making a joke about it? Oh, yeah. You really did it. Everything I said is right there.
Yep.
And the entire audience is here.
Yep. Including the Harrill and Rodriguez families all the way here from California.
And why did that guy show up?
Dude, they can still see you and hear you. You need to be nice to them.
Right. Sorry, Lynn. Sorry. Line?
Fine.
Alright.
You need to remember your lines. You need to tell me.
Right, so you mean to tell me that you wrote us writing the show into the show?
Yep. That's why I have all the easy ones.
Right. You're saying they wrote the script, but doesn't that mean it's kind of messy with the space-time continuum a little bit? We're here in the show, but you're writing the show.
Nathan, you need to calm down.
During the
breathe,
show and
think happy
freak it
thoughts.
out.
Think
a show and then be in front of an audience like this.
Oh, yeah, no, yeah, don't worry. We only did this to have a good transition to intermission. One addresses the audience. We will now take a 15-minute break for our and after that, see the dramatic comedy that is Meg Daniels' First Date.
Okay, guys, it's crunch time. Daniel will be here any minute now. Obediah, I want those chicken sandwiches crunchy,
The crunchiest?
but not too crunchy.
Has she never read 1 Timothy?
Now, Obediah.
Meg, I'm here to support your romantic endeavors with the power of music.
You're gonna play Oceans on acoustic?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you know anything else?
Prophetically speaking, someday.
Yes, ma'am.
How are you? Welcome to our formal establishment, Chick-fil-Yay. After hours.
It's nice to officially meet you. My name is Daniel.
Oh, no, sir. I'm not worthy. I will salute you now.
No! Soldier, you're not in uniform. Just shake my hand.
It would be my pleasure.
Wow, you look opportunist.
Thanks. Is that Italian?
It's English. It means beautiful. Sorry, I have a word of the day calendar. At least today's was opportunist. Yesterday's was octagonal.
Your server will be right with you.
Good evening, Meg. And guest, how may I serve you?
Well, I actually had a question.
No, I'm afraid our meals don't come with toys.
Oh, no, I guess I'll have to leave. That was the only reason that I came. No. But now you've got me curious. You'd think that with Chick-fil-A being as great as it is, of course you guys would have toys with your meals.
Actually, our kids' meals come with books. We've had multiple classics roll through here, such as If You Give a Pig a Pancake, my personal favorite, Giggle Giggle Quack, Little Red Caboose.
That's awesome that you could just list them off like that. But my question, are you guys serving anything tonight that contains black olives? I hate to be a bother, it's
Then
just...
don't be.
It's just that I can't have them. I'm allergic.
Oh, no. We won't be having anything tonight that contains black olives. Tell your brother he can't even think about black olives while he's preparing the food.
Got it. No, Olea Europea.
Is that Latin?
No, it's Swedish. Of course it's Latin. What kind of homeschoolers would I and my brothers be if we didn't have a science?
Wait, you guys are homeschooled?
Well, I graduated. I'm a man now. But yes, we were homeschooled. Do you have a problem with that?
No, I didn't mean anything by it. I think it's cool that you had a different educational journey than I did. Well, I mean, during quarantine, I took some college classes online.
It's not the same.
Jehosophat, I would love some water. What would you like to drink, Daniel?
Water would be great for me as well.
Very rich.
Sorry about him.
No worries. I'm also a manager, so I understand working with diverse personalities. But I don't think I could ever handle your job. I mean, just how many brothers does that guy have?
Their family is huge, but only the 4 oldest work here. And yes, they can be a lot sometimes, but it's my job as a manager to care about them.
And they must care a lot about you too, if they chose to stay here, just for us.
Yeah, they're really great guys, but you said you're a manager. Where do you work?
Oh, just a little place down the road.
So it's close.
Yeah, just a small burger joint though, not important.
You're gonna have to be more specific. There's like 5 different places.
Yeah, one of those, not significant.
Oh, come on. You come and see me here at work all the time. I'd love to go visit where you
I have returned with your refreshments. I will be back with your salads.
Well, that's
enough about me. But I'm curious, how did you get to be working here?
Well, you know, Chick-fil-A is a Christian company, and I thought it would be nice to be in an environment that encourages spiritual growth.
I think growth is super important for people. I'm glad that's working for you.
Yeah, it's awesome, but what does growth look like for you?
Well, I've been really into volunteering lately. There's a men's homeless shelter just downtown. Those guys are super interesting once you get to know them.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
back with some real fresh ingredients, never frozen, actual vegetables. Other restaurants, good, never.
Sounds great.
You know, I thought you'd say that. I mean, pig sludge isn't that fresh, is it?
Jehosophat! You and your really weird jokes. Always with the weird jokes, this guy. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, funny. Listen, do you know when the main course comes out, we won't need you to come back after that?
Oh, of course. The main course will be chicken sandwiches, and I'm making sure they take extra care with yours.
So, what got you into volunteering?
Well, I think it's really important to be a good person. That's what matters most in life.
Yeah. Kind of like the golden rule. Treat others the way you want to be treated, love thy neighbor and such.
Exactly. I try to love all my neighbors, even my next door neighbor, Francois, who keeps letting his poodle start revolutions all over my lawn.
Oh, wow. He's French? You should move. Immediately. But seriously, how do you find the strength to be good to people? Even when their poodles are reincarnations of Napoleon.
Oh, well, back in high school, I had this friend and he got picked on a lot. Honestly, people were just cruel to him. I don't know why. I mean, it's kind of dumb. I mean, it's high school, right? But I didn't do anything about it. I feel like if I do good things for people now, it'll make up for it, you know?
Yeah, I hear you. It's kind of like Peter in the Bible, when he denied Christ 3 times and didn't think that Jesus would forgive him, and then Jesus forgave him anyway. I know I've made a lot of mistakes in my life, but at the end of the day, I know that my God forgives me, and I know that there's nothing you or I can do to make that untrue.
Yeah, no, from what I've read in the Bible, Jesus seems like a really cool guy.
I returned with your main courses. I took your accommodations into consideration, Dan.
Is this a can of black olive?
Oh my goodness, thinking.
Be sure to enjoy all of it, Daniel.
Absolutely not. Jehosophat, Joshua, Jericho. In all your days of working here, I never would have expected this kind of behavior from you.
No. It's fine. I know how to take a joke.
Well, of course you would. You work for the clown.
You mean kitchen now. Why are you so rude? Why do you keep trying to embarrass me? Why did you try and put literal Daniel poison in my sandwich?
I don't know. Why are you such a beta male? I mean, a black belt. You're just making that up for attention, man.
God! What is wrong with you? Are all homeschoolers like this? Prejudice. I don't know you. This has all just been so strange.
Look, I'm just going to protect Meg. She needs a man, not somebody who works at McDougal's. I don't even know what their meat is made out of.
Neither do I. That's not what this is about. Besides, working for McDougal's doesn't determine manhood. I care about Meg.
I do too. I know everything about her. I know her dog's name, her social security number, her
Leading you guys. The way she lights up a room. The way she cares for every single person in her life. Dude, do you love her, or do you just love the idea of her?
Her favorite color is periwinkle.
Gentlemen!
works at some point. That's how we learn.
Nobody's perfect.
Hey, are we cool? We cool.
Great. Then my work here is done. I have hypothermia.
You should definitely take her to a hospital.
I need a second, man. This is the first time I've held a woman in my arms.
Now take her to the hospital.
I know what I must do. Brothers, assemble! What happened? I'll tell you on the way. And Daniel, you need to tell Meg what's really going on. She won't judge you, and it's important that she knows the truth. I know that's what the doctor.
My goodness.
Look at the shovel! Just start.
Hey, I'm sorry about all that. We're good now.
Oh, that's great to hear. I'm sorry tonight's been a bit of a disaster.
Well, it certainly has been strange. Wait a minute. Did you fold all of these?
Oh yeah, they're the napkins. I didn't know what to do while you were gone. I also ate all of the olives out of your sandwich and gave you mine instead.
Wow. That is so kind of you. These sandwiches are really good. So much better than McDougal's. That's where I work. Do you hate me for it?
Hate you for it? Why would I do that?
Well, you know, there's real chicken and there's fake chicken. And sometimes the fake stuff can look really good, but they're not the same.
That's not important. Working at McDougal's isn't going to change the way I feel about you.
But what if I don't totally subscribe to the Chick-fil-A handbook? I don't make the same meals. I definitely don't do the same health and safeties. And I don't subscribe to the same statement of beliefs.
We're not talking about our jobs anymore, are we?
No. At least I don't think so.
Daniel, there's something really important that I've been meaning to talk with you about. I noticed you were a little hesitant earlier, but are you a Christian?
No, I'm not. I respect it. Really, I love all religions. It's like no matter what restaurant you go to, you're still getting a meal. Your faith is really important to you, and that's great. But I don't know if I can subscribe to a religion where so many people are just not getting real chicken, you know?
Yeah, I know.
Everybody knows man's best friend. Adorable. Greet you at the door, loyal to a fault. Frogs. And that's why I never trusted the British. Not because I'm American, but because they were the first to eat frogs. Weirdos. All those poor precious frogs. I remember being a little girl and going out to recess with all my peers, and there was Mr. Cookie, the best frog there ever was. And he hopped in my pocket and I took him home. And he was mine and I was his. I taught him all sorts of tricks like how to tap dance and jump through hoops. That little frog, he taught me how to genuinely love somebody and be loved back. He'd catch me flies and we'd go for long swims in the pond. Oh, and he even committed tax evasion for me. And all throughout high school, pet frogs had lived for a very long time. It was the two of us through thick and thin, thick and thin. And when no week to the prom, Mr. Cookie was my date. And when that prissy Tricious Sparks said no girl ought to take Nan's baby into a dance, he stuck his tongue out right in her eye. Ouch! And when graduation rolled around and school wouldn't give Mr. Cookie his degree, even though he attended all the same classes I did. Harold Kingston, a boy in my class, made of one, out of a note card and gum wrapper and some twine. Mr. Cookie was valedictorian in my book. And then he died. And I never thought I would love again. And I'll have you know, I had many a suitor back in my day, dozens and dozens. But I turned them all down. But that Harold Kingston, why he came to Mr. Cookie's funeral, and he offered to be my weekend frog. And I didn't really think he was up for it. But I said, okay, I guess. And it didn't really work at first. I mean, he couldn't hop the same, and he was no good at catching flies. But he would listen to me, like Mr. Cookie would, and he would hold my hand, like Mr. Cookie never could. And in time, I learned to love the man instead of the frog that I wanted him to be. Thank you. equate to romance. Oh, you can still be friends with the man, and you can pray for his relationship with the Lord. But you need to give him enough space to have his own story. I mean, there's no dragging anyone to heaven to fill our own selfish desires. Ought to be friends with a person, no matter their beliefs. You might not be able to save them, but you can share what you know.
This is really hard.
Oh, well, it's meant to be. For when we are weak, we are strong in the Lord.
I guess you're right then. I'll be okay and we'll just be friends.
Good. And you never know what might happen. I started off with the frog, and I ended up with a man. You're gonna have to help me up.
Don't do that.
Good morning. Every day's a holiday at Chick-fil-A. My name's Jaymie. How may I serve you today?
You're doing great, Jaymie. Who knew so much time in a freezer could do such great things for a young person's disposition?
Great. Would you like any sauces with that?
I thought you were just being nice too, right? But then she walks up to me, in church no less, compliments my t-shirt.
Okay.
You're not going to believe this. And then, later, after church, she asked me for my number.
Okay, and?
Oh, you're not ready for this. You are not ready for this, brother.
And?
I gave it to her.
Proud of you, bro. As somebody who has officially held a woman in his arms, I can safely say I am content by a season of singleness. All I need are my bros.
Yeah, brother.
Until I am mentally and spiritually mature after a girlfriend.
Hey, Jaymie, did you get the 20 Polynesian sauces for a Reed Jones?
Yeah.
And a bowl of iced tea for Dikachi Obediah? And a fruit cup for Susan Calander?
Yeah.
And one extra chicken sandwich with an extra chicken sandwich? Oh, and did you get the extra avocado ranch dressing for Gary Spell? You know he's very particular with that.
Oh, I forgot. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's okay. You know, there's no condemnation in Christ.
It kind of is. But hey, good will hunting.
You're getting there.
Hey, that's good.
We don't need to do that anymore. Hey Daniel, are you here for an icing hook?
Yeah, but I also wanted to talk with you.
Really?
Yeah, the clown cut me some slack and offered me a raise that'll help open up a new location in Damascus, Pennsylvania.
No!
I said yes.
Oh, that's great. I'm so happy for you.
Yeah, corporate said they like the way I run things. This could turn to something bigger in the future. But I wanted to say a formal goodbye. And I'm sorry things didn't turn out the way we wanted them to between us. I thought a lot about what you said, the real chicken and all that. But anyway, thank you for being so cool about this. I think you're a really cool person.
I think you're a really cool person too, and I'm really glad to have known you. Don't worry about it. This one's on the house.
Thanks. I'm gonna miss this.
What do we do now? Somebody go refill the coffee pot and some victual out today, and I'm feeling we'll need some extra. Thank you.
My pleasure.
Everyone else, let's make sure our smiles are big and our steps are fast. We've got a lot of hungry people counting on us.
Heard.
Thank you.
I remember the first day I walked through the doors of our Chick-fil-Yay. Not as a customer, but as an employee. A part of a family. I remember giving up my backpack, Daniel hour, and being locked in the refrigerator for most of my first shift. And I wanted everything to be perfect. But it wasn't. That's okay. It was imperfect in the most perfect way imaginable. I mean, I learned a lot in that refrigerator. Like how to let go and come to terms with my humanity. And that hypothermia is a real and present danger in our modern American food industry. I remember meeting Meg for the first time. She was so kind and welcoming, and it was a little weird when she wanted me to call her mom, but eventually I was just glad to call her my friend. Then there were the homeschool bros. Hezekiah was always really nice to me, and he could kind of play guitar, which was cool. Nehemiah, my favorite political extremist, I ended up helping him start his own podcast, The Comment Section with Nehemiah. Obediah could always answer my questions when I didn't know what to do. It was like being friends with a walking handbook, but in a good way. Then there's Jehosophat. Oh, Jehosophat. He was a jerk, arrogant, full of himself, and he wore sunglasses inside and at night. But eventually, I came to realize that he was someone I could count on to catch me when I fell. Finally, there's Mildred. She was absolutely crazy, but she ended up becoming my best friend and confidant. She was so important to me. Sorry, I didn't realize I was holding on like that. She was one of the women I looked up to most of my life. So I'm glad we're all here to celebrate hers.
That was beautiful. What a wonderful eulogy.
Thank you. I miss her a lot.
We all do.
Even I do, and I barely got to know her.
Daniel, how's it been? It's been like 4 years, right?
5. After I left to go start that new McDougal's, I had no idea what life had in store. But I stayed friends with Meg. We talk on the phone every once in a while. I thought a lot about our differences, the real chicken and all that. But I had a lot of questions that I needed answers to. So one day I decided I'll give it a shot. So I drove to the first church I saw and walked right in.
And a couple months later, I saw him on the news defending how he was putting Bible verses in McDougal's orders. I was surprised to see him so convicted about the Lord. It's a shame he totally got fired for it, but hey, I think God worked out everything in the end.
I don't know if you've heard, but there's a church just down the road, and they're looking for a youth pastor. So I applied, and I'm in the process of moving back from Pennsylvania.
That's amazing! That explains the fit.
regularly featured by the Daily Wire.
That's awesome, brother, and I became a librarian, and I love it. I just smell books all day. Woo!
I couldn't be prouder of my bros. As for me, I went to Regent University, where mental health counseling is free and available. On a new outcome life, and now I'm collaboration blessing.
That's great, Joe. I'm so glad to hear how far you've come.
What about you, Jaymie? What have you been up to?
Oh, well, I've been good. I actually never stopped working here. And even though trying to juggle a job and law school is a bit tricky at times, I've learned to take it in stride and accept God's grace. I just wish Mildred were here so I could tell her one last time how much a relationship meant to me.
I'm sure she knows.
Wait, guys. Silly me. I actually have a letter from Mildred. She wanted us all to be together when it was read. Dear Chick-fil-A family, you're all probably wondering why I asked for my funeral to be held at our Chick-fil-A. The time we all had together was really special to me, but I'm glad I'm home. Most of my friends and family had already gone before me, and I want you all to know that we are partying together with Jesus on the other side. I think it's about time I pass the torch. Metaphorically, since I don't commit arson anymore. I never made a big deal about it, but I was the owner of our specific Chick-fil-A franchise. Don't ask why, it's a lot of details that are not important to the plot. But I am now officially handing over ownership to Meg, the best manager this Chick-fil-A's ever seen!
Oh my gosh, that's awesome!
And now, I charge all of you. Don't take life too seriously. This world is only temporary, and if you don't stop every once in a while to have some fun, you'll miss the point. Keep your lives in check, but remember, our God is a God of joy, love, and peace. So if y'all make yourselves miserable crying over me in this life, you better believe I'll have some words for you in the next. I mean that. Love, Mildred. Actually, on this place now!
Way to go, my little waffle fry!
So, I'd say that there are a lot of things that we should do differently, but looking around, there's nothing that I want to change. It's been so long since we've all been here, together. You guys really are what makes every day a holiday at Chick-fil-A.
At Chick-fil-A, there's always a friendly face to greet you.
At Chick-fil-A, no matter what kind of day you've been through,
And you'll never feel forgotten.
there's more here than a meal you bought.
It's a special kind of love we use in
My name is Michael Harrill. I'm a Management Information Systems major, and I am a senior this year.
My name is James Horne. I'm a theater major, and I'm also a senior.
My name is Peyton Singh. I'm a communications major, and I'm also a senior.
My name is Aungst, and I'm an animation major in my sophomore year.
I'm Stillman. I'm a biophys pre-med major, and I'm a freshie.
I'm Lindsey Ferreri. I'm a history secondary education major, and I'm a senior.
My name is Faith Rodriguez. I'm a government major and I'm a freshman.
My name is Mary Keane. I'm a theater major and I'm a freshman.
My name is Joda Wade, and I'm a Christian ministry major, and I'm a freshman.
My name is Bunn. I'm a sophomore. I'm a business major.
My name is Hogan. I'm a junior. I'm a music major.
My name is Daniel. I'm a communications major, senior.
My name is Gwenyth. I'm also a communications major and I'm a sophomore.
My name is Emma Blair. I am a sophomore and I'm majoring in animation.
My name is Katrina Burns. I'm also a sophomore, and my major is government pre-law.
Stephen Burns. I'm marketing communications, and I'm also a sophomore. My name is Matthew Doss. I'm a sophomore, and I'm a psychology major.
If you can raise your hands, I can take questions. Who will be the brave soul? Yes.
So I have no idea how this works, but that's why I'm asking the question. How did you guys get the rights, I guess, to write about Chick-fil-A? And I'm also curious because you guys didn't use the word, you guys didn't use the name of McDonald's.
Whoa. This is a Google.
I don't know why you're referencing McDonald's. Google's Chick-fil-A, of course, we're giving them a wonderful show. So, and basically, I'm having the. Okay. They were here yesterday. Yeah.
For Meredith, would you date?
What?
Would you date one of the homeschool boys?
Okay. They're like play characters. I would probably go on a date with all but Jehosophat. There's something that's not bad. He just needs to tone it down. I don't know. Okay. I got you.
Hey, so I bet y'all have like a lot of fun memories while you guys were making this and putting it together. So what's one thing that you can remember that you want to share? Something really fun.
Okay, so the little waffle fry joke at the end where, Daniel picks Alvin's spin. Okay, half of our jokes, some of the writers were like, oh, that's cringe, don't include it. But we're like, I just, including things that are like the right humor, and you guys seem to get it so well. And just having that process, and having Steven and Matthew kind of voice the lines of Meg and Daniel during the dating season, see them like come together.
It's a lot better, I have to say. I mean, it was fun, but it's way better when it's, guys. We did pretty good. The chemistry was electric, but y'all weren't ready for it.
Mine is definitely watching the homeschool bros and they're kind of pick Jaymie up.
No, and then on top of that, Faith then went and picked the other Faith up. She just lifted her. Yeah, but all the homeschool bros together could not lift her.
I'd have to say one of my favorite memories. It's a little embarrassing, but I'll share it with you guys. Just don't tell anyone else. As I was first reading through the script, I had practiced it on my own just to get the words down. Then once I got into rehearsal with other people, things sound different to other people than they do to you. So the one line that I say, I love women. Women can do anything. That didn't come naturally to me. My natural speaking was whammon. I love it. Hey, I love women. Like, don't get me wrong.
Going off the favorite memory thing, as one of the writers, sometimes when other people weren't reading for Meg, I would read for Meg on the rare occasion. And I think something that's a positive memory to me now, but gave me a visceral reaction at the time, is the Shakespeare thing, where she has, is it your line
the line with milk flowing like love from the other side. That line, every time I heard that, I would physically recoil. And I would look back and I would fond memory. But then you're like,
Great job.
I know you told us a little bit about the writing process, but I would like to know a little bit more about how you guys decided what worked and what didn't. Did you guys have moments where you said they sat and they read the lines out loud? Did you guys work scenes that way? Did you watch people do scenes first and then write out them? How did you do that? Because this is a big writing team. And
Not all of us
This
here.
is like
I know.
We four of us wrote, all these guys wrote, and there are a couple that aren't here tonight. But I'll
Yes,
also
just a little bit more about the assembly process.
Yeah.
That's a big team to decide what stays and what doesn't
It
stay.
was kind of Athenian democracy, you know, the cloud and development. You know, like if we had one joke and we're all like, no, but if, you know, we had one joke and everybody's like, yay! I don't know, do y'all want to expand on this?
Well, we were led by fantastic directors, so that was just a given. But also, it was crazy because we all made like a board for our characters, and I was like in charge of making stuff like Reddit for Mildred and all that. And it was hard because like we all had like picture boards, we had like pick favorite food and stuff like that, just to kind of get coherency. So I remember I was just picture one lady with a gun. I was trying to capture it. But it's funny, it was like kind of like it was like free for all.
Well, I think the thing I went through that was really good is what we would do is after every scene, you would have people read it and perform it. And we'd be like, oh, that flows good, that flows well. We were laughing ourselves. And another thing is we had a lot of test runs. We provided as many people as we could. We tried to give it diverse personalities, see how people reacted to it. Because some humor is like we were mentioning before, made us like recoil. But then there's some of the best jokes in the end product. So it's like the fine line, like, is it too cringe? I don't know. So, yeah.
I was gonna say real quick, one thing we had to work on mechanically is some jokes were better written out than they do out loud. So I think that's why there are some jokes that sadly did not make it, because in front of an audience, when someone's like saying it out loud, it doesn't hit the same as when you hear it. What were you gonna say?
Well, I was going to say, like, kind of played a test where it's like, if we find it funny writing it, the audience is going to find it 10 times funnier. If we find it boring, the audience is going to find it 10 times more boring. And that was a lot of give and take. We had to cut a lot of jokes. Like, we made fun of the French a lot more. We had to cut that down to like 5%. So, yeah, we wanted to scare them.
Which of you is actually homeschooled?
I'm a man now.
Which of you actually works Chick-fil-A?
Peyton, how long did you work at Chick-fil-A?
Even though you're all homeschooled.
Yeah, like 10 years. I'm getting exposed. It was 2 weeks. It was not me.
How'd you guys make the music?
So Gwen gave me the general genre that she wanted me to do for each song, or I asked her, hey, can I do this genre for the song, and then based off of that, we wrote the lyrics with the writing team, and then I just took all that and I produced it on my computer and using what instruments I had. So it was a lot of learning how to do a couple things, all the orchestration and stuff, done completely by ear. By the way, I didn't actually compose anything. So,
Yeah.
But it was all done. It took, a couple days per song maybe, and it was just a matter of getting it done so that they could start rehearsing with them. But it was all done organically, just in my room, essentially over break, and then during rehearsals as well. So it took a lot of adjusting for this space specifically. But it was all. Yeah, it will be recorded with these guys. Yes.
Playbills tonight where it says autographs. There's also our Instagram and our YouTube. You gotta want to follow that. There's more stuff coming your way. I think that's
How did you guys come up with the scene, the riff-off, where they're like basically saying like who's the best?
That was Yeah. Songs is all it is. And then we made them say sorry.
So out of the entire group of you, I heard only like 4 or 5 that were actually majoring in theatrical, musical things. How did this group come together with that many diverse interests?
I think that sums it up. Yeah. We've got great friends who are really creative, and they're doing other things that the Lord called them to, but they're still super talented. And I hope we can create something together, even though we are the kind of mod pod of majors. And also, it's like we wanted to focus on undergrads, and a lot of undergrads are really into theater. We just don't have such an outlet for it.
It's also just the Lord.
Yeah.
How long did you say this process took from like the inception of the idea to?
So I had the idea 2 years ago, and it was just me dancing in a Chick-fil-A drive-thru for my coworkers. Like, and then they're gonna spin like this, and I think there's gonna be a cowboy out. But I don't know how to raise it. So almost exactly a year ago, actually, Dean Tar had open office hours for spring break last year, and I just kind of went and was like, what if we introduced musical and did it, and it was worth 100 points. And he was like, yeah, that's exactly what I want you guys to do. That sounds awesome. And then we had an interest meeting on March 29th of last year, and that's where a lot of these guys came from. So.
Can you explain the meeting with the frog?
Okay, so it's so deep, it's really hard to. Have you heard of like a princess and the frog? So you see, it's like a reverse take on that. There's one inception that I need a lot of hours to like explain. But it's like, just chalk it up to a Mildred thing. Okay.
So you're being honest. She was like really smart. She was telling me about it. She's kind of like the idea of like Prince and the Frog. It's like this romanticism. It's like Mildred is the opposite of that, where it's like she really sees the person. So it's almost like instead of having this frog magically turn into the perfect person, it's this imperfect person who then becomes the person you're supposed to be with. She's very much. She got all the brain cells.
Yeah, he's being nice too. Okay. So we wanted an opposite Jaymie and Mildred because they're so contrasting. And as siblings, we know, like, we work hard for those characters respectively. So we really wanted to work for opposites. So we really wanted to have that shine, especially in that refrigerator scene. Where one's panicking and one needs the rules and one can't seem to have the rules to be followed in any way. So it's kind of like Mildred's like the example of the opposite, not following the rules, whereas Jaymie is exactly that.
Did you guys have a favorite scene that you either like writing or?
Yeah, we want to mine, start at Michael.
Yeah. I would probably say the Riz-Off, just because it's a lot of fun. It's where we, and I mean, Bag Ballet and Riz-Off are all kind of like one big scene. So that's where we spent the majority of our time practicing and rehearsing, and the majority of our time like actually performing. So I really enjoy that.
Bag Ballet, without a doubt.
I'm kind of torn between the back ballet and it's scene 2, and we're kind of just giving exposition and going back and forth. It's just surreal doing this. So performing it was just, in both scenes, dancing, very nice.
I think definitely a date / freezer scene. Like I didn't even contribute a whole lot to the writing room, but like that was my favorite scene. Just like sit back and observe like everything that was going on, and it's also a lot of fun to fake myself. No.
I think I like any of the scenes where all 4 of the homeschool brothers are like going at each other. I think, I don't know, the first scene when all of them are introducing themselves is a
Yeah. Though I'm mad at it, like the Riz-Off, My Pleasure, and Bag Ballet are just like we're backstage like watching on the screen and we're like it's me and
racing up each other
honestly, it's so
favorite scene to act in has to be the date scene and the freezer scene where I get to fight Jehosophat. That's just a lot of fun. Some stellar actors.
Abby, by the way.
Pretty much all of them. The Rizzoff, My Pleasure, the Back Ballet, all of that. It was like one of the hardest things to musically cue. Just watching all four of the brothers take their own characters and to the next level was amazing. It was great watching every day.
Mine is in back ballet, probably one of the only scenes I had literally zero involvement in. Whenever they had rehearsal for that, I'm like, all right, I'm going to go away from this. I have to watch Daniel try to teach these guys how to granted, they got it, and they're amazing now, and that's definitely my favorite part. Favorite moment specifically is Michael leaping through the air. So that's kind of the moment everybody realizes, oh, they're going to start doing this now.
My favorite scene that we my favorite part in the writing process was writing All by Himself. Because it was originally going to be a parody of All by Myself, and so we looked at like the original lyrics and we're like, okay, what can we do with this? And it was the fastest writing meeting we ever had because we just had the idea. It was like so quick, and we were just loving like everything we came up with. And it's interesting because it was originally just supposed to be like fully comedic, and then we ended up having, there was copyright issues, so we had to change the song entirely and add new stuff. And so we still like had the comedic lyrics, but with such like a serious tone, and it's so interesting to like watch as it's like, do I laugh or do I cry? Also, the lyrics are so like silly at times, but also serious at the same time, and so it was really cool, kind of. What's the word?
Evolution.
Evolution.
Can't really say that.
My favorite one to kind of direct and work with was the back ballet because I was kind of Daniel's assistant. I didn't come up with any of that. I've never done like ballet until the last like maybe 2 months ago. But he like taught it to me first, and then I helped him teach it to the guys. And just that first rehearsal, like showing it to them and seeing the fear in their eyes. I realized that they had to do what we did. It was really funny. They worked so hard on it and they pulled through it. And it's so cool to watch them go from like stumbling through it to like actually getting the flow, doing it well. So proud of these guys.
I think of bouncing off of that, from a choreographer standpoint, definitely the back ballet, for the same exact reasons. You guys were clearly distressed. And at first I wondered if, yeah, exactly. I wondered if I needed to reel it in a little bit. But, because the first time they performed it and actually did the whole thing to the music, everybody else in the cast came in, and they were like here in the headlights. But, I mean, as you can see, they came through, and I'm super proud of them, and watching that come together and just, I don't know, sitting here and watching it, it was beautiful, you guys. Thank you so much for your hard work and dedication. But from a writer's perspective, anything that had music in it. I was there for the result, actually, and, you know, bouncing all of those ideas, looking online for some Christian pickup lines, and all that. It was great.
My favorite scene has to be scene 7. So that Mildred's monologue and All by Himself are technically the same scene, and it's just like twin moons orbiting. It's so good. And writing the Choreographer one was just fantastic. Like, I think that's Trina's idea. And Stephen wrote 3 pages on Mildred. That was his character. Only writer to do that. And like, he had a social security number, I think. And so I did that over Zoom too. So I was sitting on my laptop and we're coming up with a poem about frogs, and all my dreams of writing, I thought I'd get there. But then also like All by Himself being as beautiful as it was, when I first got the track, after we couldn't do the parody and we had the music for it, he said that to
where I'll drop whatever I'm doing and like rant about this too behind me. There's so much going on, not only with like the back and forth and the comedy of it, and with me like handing Jehosophat things like all the time, but in the writer's room, we're thinking about Daniel and Meg's conversation, how we can make it like funny and lighthearted, but also believable, because we didn't want Daniel to be like this, like, oh, I'm an atheist, I'm like in God's not dead, and I'm gonna get hit by a car. We wanted to like a sympathetic character, we wanted to sympathize with him, we wanted to understand where he was coming from, but he wanted to know he wasn't Christian. He was confused, and I think that I'm proud of us writers and how we were able to write him in a believable and sympathetic way, and how, like, I'm just so thankful for the dialogue that we all had as writers, thinking about, okay, what led Daniel to have these beliefs? What led him to this little moral relativism hole he's kind of in? It was just a really enjoyable scene, and there's so much progress that happens in that scene, like the resolution between like Jehosophat and Daniel, and then you got like Meg being like, oh my gosh, yeah, and cabbage, I get to bobby pin lettuce. Jaymie's hair. Fun fact, audience secret, if y'all are not allowed to tell, that it was actually cabbage because lettuce is way too difficult to bobby pin. Yeah, just hands down, scene 6, so much going on, so much character development, Meg being like, oh my gosh, I'm going to be my season of Stillman and Sarah. Just all the stuff, I love that scene so much. Okay, so I just want to say, like, seeing we're writing with Gwen made it go so quickly. We had such a good time, it was so considered, it went so well. And yeah, I wanted to say with the whole Daniel thing, we wanted to really have it. We wanted Christian themes, but we didn't want it to be, like we were saying, super simple. We wanted Daniel to be a righteous being, like people can be good people. Yeah, and we wanted to kind of have a nuanced conflict in a really comical show, and it was a hard thing to balance. You know, and we don't want to make it too serious. But I think we ultimately did a good job. But yeah, Steven.
Mine was a little more simple. I like the Shakespeare scene because it sounded funny. And it was so fun writing that too, because it's like a bunch of people who like not really looked at Shakespeare trying to say it. I'm like, I talk like this, and he said like some Irish accent and Scottish.
Yeah, it was kind of weird.
It was really, it was an interesting moment, surreal.
Did you write the underline?
I don't think so. No, that was, I don't know where that genius came from, but I cannot take the credit. It was sorry, I don't know. But Matthew.
Yeah, I have no idea. But I think for me, my favorite scene was either like the introduction scene with the brothers, or their scene where they're kind of, this is the Riz-Off basically. Because those are very similar things to write, because as Gwen had us do, we each kind of wrote a character specifically. So like I wrote Jehosophat, Will's character, my favorite character. But one thing that was great was we were trying to get into the mind of the character itself. We weren't just trying to write something, because you're trying to make the lines distinct from each other. So that was just fun to try to like really get into the psychology of the character, to see what they would say in that instance, see what they would actually do. And so that was just fun to do. And so those were my favorite scenes to write, me personally.
That would end here. Thank you all so much.